Okay, so first off, we're riding on board with a practice lap with Laika Lache Likala. So here he comes round the last corner. He's already up to 7th gear, DRS wide open. Positioning on the first corner is absolutely crucial. You want to get round it as quick as you can and stick to the inside. So you can see he's dropped down all the way to 4th already, trying to stick it into the inside. He's already in 2nd gear now as he's approaching turn 2. Round turn 3 he goes, into turn 4 and away he goes. So he's already moving back up the gears and he was already full throttle as he was coming out of turn 4. Here he comes with a really fast right-hander at turn 5 and the almost hairpin at turn 6, drops it down to 1st gear with a quick upshift into 2nd, and again immediately at full throttle, ERS set to overtake and away he goes. So here he comes round turn 7, almost full throttle all the way through there, drops it down to 5 through turn 6. Into 4th, down into 3rd, and will he bring it to 2nd? Yes he will, but he immediately does a quick upshift and he's already in 4th gear as he's coming around turn 10. Brakes at about 80 yards there, turns in, doesn't take any of the inside curb, boomerangs it round, and now he's bringing it round a really long right-hander, which is turn 12 and 13. Looks like he's pushed it a little bit too wide, but he's managed just to get it straight, and here he comes down one of the longest straights in the season, already up to 8th gear, DRS wide open, and let's check his braking point into turn 14. Brakes at about 100 yards, turns in, just touches the inside curb, early upshift up to 2nd, takes as much outside curb as he can, and again, full throttle away he goes. Brakes just after the barrier there, takes a bit too much curb, but he's already back up with DRS, and he crosses the line with a 1:34.5. Okay, and next up is Bob riding in the Red Bull, and he's about to begin his lap. So Bob is one of our Division 2 drivers, Leica was Division 1, and away he goes on his lap. So let's check his entry points into turn 1. He's already up to 8th gear. Turns in a little bit later than Leica did, pushes it a bit wide. Bit hesitant on the throttle and brakes there, but he has managed to turn it in. Takes a very tight line into turn 3, but away he goes. He's already back up to full throttle there as he comes through turn 4. So as he hits turn 5, he's at about 180 miles per hour, brakes just after the 100 yards there, drops it down into 2nd gear. We saw Leica drop it into 1st and go up to 2nd in the short shift, but Bob stayed in gear 2 there. Here he comes round the really, really fast turn 7. Drops it down to 5th gear, stays in 5th all the way through turn 8 there, and turns in nice and early into turn 9, gets the car straightened up, and he's already back up to full throttle as he hits turn 10. So now he's going down a very short back straight here. Let's see his braking point. About 75 yards there. I think that was a little bit later than Leica, and he gets a far better entry into turn 12 than Leica does. But he's a bit hesitant. You want to be full throttle all the way through here. Touches the outside curb there, and he's about to open up his DRS. So he hits the DRS at about 194 miles per hour. I think that was about 5 miles per hour slower than Leica. Let's see where his braking point is. Just at about 100 yards there. Turns in, drops it down to 2nd gear. Again, we're seeing different gears being used through these corners from Division 1 and Division 2 drivers. But he's coming up to the final corner now at turn 16. Takes a nice bit of inside curb, helps the car to rotate. DRS wide open, full throttle, and he crosses the line. And we are now riding on board with the current Division 1 Championship leader, AJ, as he takes us around on a hot lap on the soft tyres. So he's just started his lap now. Again, we're going to watch carefully his entry into turn 1. Brakes a little bit later than the other guys and keeps it nice and tucked in on the right-hand side there, pushing it slightly wide as he's going into turn 2. Kisses the curb on the apex at 3, and he's almost at full throttle, a bit later than the other guys, but away he goes. So his speed as he touches turn 5 was 180 there, brakes at about 80 yards, turns in, drops it down to 1st, but again another early upshift into 2nd there, and he's already back at full throttle. So here he goes round turn 7. This is usually a full throttle during qualifying. You see he did it, but he kept it in 6th gear there, drops it down 2 gears very quickly as he's going through turn 8, and positions his car to the right hand side as he turns into turn 9 there. Already back at half throttle there, full throttle as he comes out of turn 10. On the back straight now, brakes at about 70 yards there, a little bit later than the other guys again, takes a little bit of inside curb there, and away he goes around this very long right-hander, which is turn 13. He's got the car nice and straight, nice and early. Let's see what his speed is as he crosses the DRS activation point, 193 there. And here he comes into the hairpin, brakes just after the 100-yard boards there, takes a nice amount of inside curb at turn 14, already on full throttle before he hits turn 15, and just as he goes underneath the sign, he takes it down to 4th gear, touches the outside curb there and gets his car straight as quick as possible and crosses the line with a 1:32.834.